I truly do not understand why it's so damn hard to get a job. I don't understand. I really do not understand this right now. Like, this is people's livelihoods. You know? It's like you think you're doing everything right. You go to college, get a degree, you know, you get your first job. That's all good. And then you're like planning for the future to get married and buy a house and travel and do all these things. And I can't even get my foot in the door right now. I'm just literally drowning. And it's like, I know God hasn't forgotten about me. I'll be like, dang, what you doing up there, big dog? Like, speed it up a little bit. You know, like, I'm going to cry about it. I'm going to be good, but I'm going to definitely cry about it first. Like, I even started a nonprofit to help other women, you know, who might be unemployed or other people. I'm sorry, I don't want to misgender anyone or their pronouns, but like if you bleed, I started a nonprofit to help you with get the hygiene supplies that you need. It's like I'm trying to like even still just be community forward because I know it's bigger than me. And I always be thinking like, dang, my situation could be so much worse. But even looking at it like that, I'm like, my situation is still pretty worse for what I've been going through. And I've just been praying to get out of this for so long. And yes, I understand that things are going to be okay. They are. Like, I know it. But I thought I had no more tears to cry. I thought I was cried out. But it's just something about getting another notification. Like, oh, another one. It's like, sometimes you just can't even fake it. You can't even fake it. Because it hurts that bad. I feel like I'm drowning.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So I hear you, young lady. Feel for you. There are a lot of younger people that feel the same way that you do. And I just want to say that sincerely. That being said, things have changed. The information that you have received about going to school and achieving these things, it's really not applicable today in a lot of different areas of employment. While you go about trying to find employment, let me offer a couple of suggestions. You gotta quit waiting for the old way to come back. And you do so by being proactive. You have to start showing what it is that you know and stop relying on a degree saying that, hey, you were able to successfully go through this program. If you listen to the CEOs of these companies that are laying off a lot of middle management and bureaucracy, they're able to do more with less now. So you have to make sure you have those skills. Prompting, AI, language models, making things efficient, selling something. You have to start working on those skills while you're waiting and doing it out in public. Start a YouTube channel. I like what you're doing as far as the social media is concerned because you're showing how you're handling difficult situations, but add to that what it is that you're doing, the nonprofit. I like that. It's a nonprofit. Businesses are about profit. And I know a lot of people don't want to hear that, but we got to start getting back into that vein or building something of your own. I have a class, a link in the description for folks to learn how to become a mobile notary. The reason I like the class and the person that is teaching the class is because it's a six-figure business and has been so for the last 20 years. I'll let her tell you if it's been 20 years or so, but I know at least for the last 10. And I can say that confidently because I'm adjacent to that business, home closings and all the different things that notaries are responsible for as far as documentation is concerned. That's something that still can be done and you don't have to go get into a lot of debt to learn how to do so. But you have to have an entrepreneurial spirit. And I guess that's where I'm going to leave this reaction. That's where I see a lot of people having a hard time making that turn because, hey, I don't want to talk to anybody. I want to be left alone. I want to get in this cubby. And now they have computing power to do that. And so we're going to have to rethink how we go about creating value. And once you're able to do that, and I know you will be able to because you mentioned the Lord, know if you keeping his laws and things of that nature, you'll have the foresight to know what type of work to do. And you sound very intelligent. So I wish you well, and I want to encourage you because, as you stated, this too shall pass. Now, a lot of folks want to have a little more insight as to what's going on. So this next video, this is an insider, if you will, recruiter, to kind of give you guys a heads up to either confirm what I just said or to dispel it. But let's hear her out and see what she has to add to this conversation.
You guys, it's that time. I'm about to spill the tea. Get comfortable. This is going to be a long video. Because what's happening in the job market right now, they're not saying it out loud, but I am. Starting with our friends at Amazon. Amazon just cut 16,000 corporate jobs, and this is their third round of layoffs, so it's all over the news. And if you think this is just an Amazon problem, it's not. This is a systemic shift in how companies are hiring, firing, and rebuilding their workforces in the US. I'm Deepali Vyas, your elite recruiter, doing the research for you so you don't have to. So what's really behind the 16,000 job cut? Amazon is saying that it's removing bureaucracy. The translation is it's flattening layers. Fewer middle managers, more automation, more AI. And Andy Jassy has already said generative AI will reduce Amazon's corporate workforce. Let me say that again slowly. AI is not just a productivity tool, it's a headcount reduction strategy. And this is happening while Amazon is spending billions on AI infrastructure. So reading between the lines, here's the big pattern. We are in what economists are calling a no hire, low fire economy, meaning companies aren't hiring much and they aren't firing massively. They're still firing, they're still laying off, but they aren't firing in a massive wave. They are quietly trimming. So you're going to hear constant trimming, and larger companies make headlines like Amazon with these big numbers because they're just bigger than a lot of these other companies. But last year, the US added fewer than 50,000 jobs per month on average. That's the slowest pace in over 2 decades outside of recessions. That's not a boom market. That's a crawl.
Yes, so you heard it there. There is a systemic change. It's not like it used to be. 50,000 jobs are added last year monthly in that corporate section. Don't need as many managers. You're either going to know how to do it, or you got to be able to use the technology to make it do a lot more. And you're one of the folks that are left because you can manage the automations. Those are the opportunities. If you have young folks that are thinking about going out, investing in one of these degree plans and getting out of the workforce for 4 to 6 years while they do whatever it is that they do, that might not be the best option. I was just over at the rental property the other day, and one of the neighbors was walking across the street, and we were talking, long story short, and her son just graduated and he's going to be a firefighter. A lot of younger folks that I'm running into here lately are going into blue collar type work. And you can say what it is that you want to, but you gotta follow the money. Understand, it's crazy times, but you can't wallow or be in dismay for too long. You gotta make a change. And so hopefully you'll get some ideas as we're just reacting to these videos. With that being said, the young lady right prior to the video that we just saw, she was saying that how she was feeling hopeless about owning a home, so on and so forth. Well, I want you to watch this last video because so many times today, people think you have to make all of this money and you got to have these huge jobs before you're able to buy a home. But I want you to listen to this young lady. Check it out.
You can buy a home by working minimum wage jobs, and I am living proof of that. When I was 18, I started working retail. Granted, sure, I was in management. I was getting overtime. I was not making minimum wage. I was actually making pretty good money. I was also working a second job. Like I said, 70 to 80 hours a week. Sure, I gave up a little bit more time than most people, but I was still able to have a work-life balance. I was still able to go out, enjoy my life. My point is that you can achieve buying a home too, as long as you keep your expenses low and you're able to save money. There are so many ways you can do that. One, I lived with roommates, so I was able to save money through that. I was only paying $500 for rent per month. I was giving myself a budget for gas, groceries, and so forth. There are so many ways you can do it, but it's really up to, are you willing to sacrifice enough to do it? And I only sacrificed 5 years, sure, but I'm still in my 20s. Now I'm able to afford a home. I didn't lose much. Before you guys say like, oh, well, it's probably because of your social media income. No, I didn't start making money from social media until this year. And that is not even included in my net worth. When I did get my net worth of 150K, that all came from working 2 jobs for 5 years straight, hustling my ass off. So I am living proof that if I can do it, you can too. Everyone's situation is different, but the truth is, if you work hard, you can achieve it.
Yeah, man. As I said, you can achieve it if you work hard. And that's really the truth of the matter. A lot of folks are starting to realize that it's going to require a lot more work. But that's a young lady in her 20s that's living proof that it can be done. But you got to make some sacrifices. Roommates, living at home. And while roommate and living at home, you can't be living your best life. You have to put yourself on a budget if you are going somewhere. If not, you're just back at one and you'll never be able to get out and do the things that you want to do. The old way, as you heard before, has changed. There's a systemic change in the type of work a lot of people have been programmed to go and get over the last 20, 25 years. You can do it blue collar. You can do it multiple jobs, but there's a lot more competition, and that's just what it is. If you're someone that says, you know what, Robert, I get it. I've been building and working, created a side business like a YouTube channel, and I'm ready to pull the trigger. I want to get onto the housing ladder. I just need help doing so the right way. Well, I would like to have a conversation with you. Why? I'm a lender. My contact information is in the description of this video below, and I'd love to have a conversation with you to see if we're a fit. For the rest of you, keep hope alive, but make a change, because change is what's needed today. My time is up, but I thank you for yours. As I always say, guys, let's be good to one another. Let us let grace abound. Watch these next 2 videos. It'll help you on your journey. And until the next time, indeed, y'all stay blessed.